If audit feels endless, confusing and impossible to remember, then this video is for you. Hello everyone, I am Harleen Kaur Kakkar, a chartered accountant with All India rank 9 in CA Finals and All India rank 37 in CA Intermediate. Today I am going to share my CA Final Audit strategy, from where and when I took my classes from, how I approached the subject, how I revised it, and how I approached the exam along with 1.5 days before the exams, which ultimately helped in securing 77 marks in audit, a subject which used to make me panic earlier. Starting from the lectures, I took my CA Final Audit classes from Shubham Keswani sir, not once but twice. I did a mistake while deciding the order in which I should go for the classes, so I ended up taking the classes twice. I scored the lowest in audit in my intermediate, so I knew that I'll have to put in more effort in it in finals. So as soon as I started my preparation along with AFM classes, I decided to enroll for audit classes, which was Shubham sir's first ever batch back in 2021. I thought I'll be able to stay in touch with the subject and I will be able to retain it, but that was a mistake. I lost touch with the subject, I couldn't remember anything, and along with that the syllabus changed for the new scheme. So I took the classes again, and this time it was just before DT and IDT, and during the classes I mainly focused on getting conceptual understanding, learning the memory techniques as much as possible, the flow which sir teaches, and along with that doing the question practice and written practice which sir used to give. So classes are mainly for conceptual understanding. Ultimately you'll have to do self-study to remember the keywords and everything. Coming to the material I referred, I was scared of audit, so I preferred referring to ICI study material itself, as I strongly believe that nothing can come from beyond it in exam. But some of the standards are not covered properly in modules, so I mainly referred to modules along with Shubham sir's notes. Breaking down the syllabus into three parts: professional ethics, other chapters, and standards. For professional ethics and other chapters, I referred module itself. I made some summaries in professional ethics of recent decisions, bigger clauses, and all those things, but ultimately referred module only. For standards, the standards which were there in module, I covered it from the module itself and also note down the points which were there extra in Shubham sir's book but were not there in module. And for the standards which were not there in module, I covered it from Shubham sir's book, and I also made my own handwritten notes of them. Coming to the learning phase. While studying other practical subjects, my mind used to be completely involved and active while studying, as I used to scribble the solutions or at least do some calculations on calculator. But when it came to audit, I just used to open my book and read, while my mind used to zone out into overthinking and daydreaming, and I was stuck at the same page for hours. So to overcome this weakness of mine, I implemented two things which helped me. First being making my own notes, or at least scribbling the keywords or concepts to keep my mind actively involved while studying. It is said that writing once is equal to reading 10 times. And for me, writing things have always helped me in retaining them, and that worked out well for audit as well. I had ample of time, so for the topics which I used to find hard or confusing, I made fair notes of them. When I was lacking on time, I at least used to scribble the keywords while recalling or revising a topic. The second was making voice recordings. I made it a habit of speaking out loud while learning theory, because if I don't, I zone out. To make it more effective, I started making voice recordings wherein I used to explain each topic, create a flow, repeat the keywords. Somewhere I used to teach myself over those voice recordings. Apart from increasing my understanding of each topic, these voice recordings turned my unproductive time productive. I used to listen to them while having meals, before sleeping, and whenever I didn't feel like studying, whenever I didn't have the energy. Coming to the question of how many revisions I did and number of days I allocated per revision, I never kept a count of the number of revisions I did, and I used to study audit daily. I couldn't study audit at a stretch being the only subject. For that matter, I'm the type of person who needs to study at least 2 subjects per day, and I can't go with just one. But still, I would say that audit requires more effort compared to other subjects. For FR, AFM, DT, IDT, if you have an understanding of the concept, you can write at least something and you will get some marks based on your understanding. But when it comes to audit, you can't write as per your understanding. You have to write the keywords, and keywords will only get you marks. For the MCQs, I solved the MCQ case booklet given by ICI. Apart from that, I didn't do any MCQ practice as such, and for that as well, I didn't take out specific time. Whenever I had free time, I didn't feel like starting a new topic, I used to solve case booklets of ICI. Coming to the next point of giving mock test. For any subject, giving mock test is a must, but it becomes more important in audit. For other subjects, we still do some sort of written practice, but that is rarely done in audit. Give at least 2 mock tests. You are going to be scared of giving a mock, but it is better to be scared and make mistakes in mock rather than in the main exam. I realized my mistakes of not understanding the requirements of the question properly, writing a different concept than was asked in the question, and going off topic, and most importantly, how to manage those 3 hours. Coming to the last part, how to manage the exam days. I learned it the hard way that it is of utmost importance to maintain calm in those last 1.5 days. I made a proper planner of those 1.5 days, decided in which flow I'll revise the topics and how much time I'll dedicate to each topic. And again, my voice recordings helped me in deciding the time. Along with that, I knew that it is impossible for me to revise the entire audit in 1.5 days. So, out of my days allocated for FR, during the first 3 days, I studied audit as well for 3-4 hours at least. And apart from that, in AFM we had 2 days leave, so I dedicated 1 day fully to audit because I knew that I will be able to cover AFM easily in 1.5 days. In all, scoring good in audit requires conceptual knowledge to tackle the MCQs, and along with that, being able to retain and reproduce keyword and content required in the descriptive portion. This is how I personally approached CA Final Audit and was able to secure 77 marks in it, with 55 out of 70 in descriptive itself, which was equal to my entire score in CA Inter Audit. I'm not saying it is the only way, it is what worked for me. If you got any clarity through this video, please like and subscribe. You can connect with me over Instagram or LinkedIn. All the best for your preparation. Trust your hard work and the process.